Calls to Atlanta's 911 put on hold. CBS Atlanta has been investigating and hearing from several people who've sat on the phone waiting for help. Today, CBS Atlanta's Michelle Marsh sat down with the director of Atlanta's 911 call center to get answers to your tough questions.
Stephanie, the director of 911, says that their problem is they are understaffed. Right now, there are about 7 to 10 dispatchers answering calls, but they say they need double that amount in order to handle Atlanta's heavy call volume.
I don't have the people in the seats. I've got 19 people short.
Atlanta's 911 call center director Miles Butler says the city doesn't have the manpower to handle the nearly 300 emergency 911 calls that come in every hour.
How did we end up in this position where we're short so many people?
We've been on furloughs. We've been frozen. And it takes an extremely long period of time to get the right people in there.
Since furloughs ended last month, Butler says they've hired 19 call takers and dispatchers. But it takes 6 to 8 months of training before they can start taking calls. And even then, he says, the 911 center will still need more employees.
You have reached the Atlanta 911 emergency number.
For weeks, we've been looking into complaints about 911 calls. This is surveillance video of a break-in. A top police source told CBS Atlanta a security guard reporting this crime was put on hold for 28 minutes. Police say they're investigating. This woman says she was put on hold for 7 minutes.
If you hang up, you will have to get back in line.
Stuck in the middle of a busy street with 2 flat tires, she says she was on hold for 2 minutes. Many of you at home emailed me saying you too were put on hold for several minutes.
People say they are sitting on hold for several minutes before speaking to a dispatcher. How concerned are you about that?
I'm very concerned. Absolutely concerned. We have to actually pull people off of their breaks because our call volume has increased.
He says despite all of the instances that we called into question, on average, 911 calls are answered within 11 to 18 seconds.
Now, Butler says there are 3 things that contribute to 911 delays. He says do not hang up and hit redial if you get the automated recording. That clogs the system. He says do not call 911 for a non-emergency. And finally, if you know someone has called 911 about an accident, don't call again. He says if we can avoid all 3 of those things, we will save precious time. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, Michelle Marsh, CBS Atlanta News.